MAC address. Difference between IP address and MAC address we discussed. Next. What is IPv4, IPv6? In that one also we discussed about mainly IPv4 part and 1 or 2 points in IPv6. Okay, and up to here we discussed, but we didn't continue remaining part. So remaining part will continue. Plus we'll go to the other points also. Okay, just yesterday's one we are going to discuss once more. The morning batch I given a break, later I didn't continue. This is good. This is a Microsoft whiteboard, guys. Okay, you can put a name for that one. We can save it also. So what we discuss, IPv4 and IPv6 differences. Now only IPv4 we'll discuss. Guys, how many bits of IPv4? No one is saying. What happened? Don't feel shy, guys. Speak. How many bits? And IPv6? How many bits? Still no one is speaking. And who came first number? Aditya. Guys are able to hear. Can you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then why people are not speaking?
Sir.
Class is for you guys.
Yes, sir. I am seeing the
If you
screen.
don't want, I will close the class. No problem for me. I will tell to the Ravan sir or Prakash sir. They will take care of the classes. So people are not interested now, so we can conduct another time. Okay, already your batches, your HL batches. You guys listening. I am not saying you are not listening. But if you are already I stopped giving interaction. So at least to list some points. Yesterday only we discussed. Even I written this one. Okay. Don't worry about others. So don't think like someone will tell an answer. So if I tell, he will feel sad. Don't say like I just shout it like no problem. Okay. So IPv4 is 32 bit, IPv6 is 128 bit. It means you write IPv4 address in the binary format, it is 32-bit. 2 to the power of 32 means it is around 4.3 billion IP addresses we are getting around. And here we are getting 2 to the power of 128. It means around 3.4 into 10 to the power of 38. It is 10 to the power of 38. Means write 34 and put 37 zeros. That much of big IP address it is. Okay, so this is IPv4 and IPv6. I'm going with only IPv4, guys. Please check it this because I want to revise once what we are discussed yesterday, and we'll continue today that one. Okay, so we are 32-bit size of IPv4 is divided into 32, right? So 32 divided into by 4, it means 8-bit. Okay, this 8-bit we call it as octet. Means this divided by 4, right? So it means a 8-bit number and 8-bit number, 8-bit number means each octet is having a 8-bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We divide into 4 parts. Each part is separated by a dot. This is called a dot. Okay. So each one we call it as an octet. Okay, this is the first one. So it is the first octet, second octet, third octet, and fourth octet. Each octet size is 8-bit. Okay, so you take 2 to the power of 8. It is 256. 0 to 255. This is the total size of. Okay, it means each octet either from 0 to 255. Any number between 0 to 55, not more than 255, not even a 256. Okay, so that is each octet size. Okay, so this is have written here. Each octet is 0 to 255, and this first one is first octet, second octet, third octet, fourth octet. Also, we can represent with the WXYZ as per certain textbooks. The total range of IP addresses. The first IP address is a 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0. This is the first IP address. It means each, this is the one octet, second octet, third, fourth, all are zeros only. It is the first in the IPv4 address. It's if you are writing continuously, the last one is 255. It stops at 255, 255, and 255. 4 255s. This is the last one. Okay. So here it is. We have to, if you are writing one by one, it will look like this. Yesterday I explained that's nice. So this is the totally almost 3.4 billion IP addresses. Enter these IP addresses divided into 5 classes. Of course, there is a lot of reasons to divide into the 5 classes, but they tie with this first octet wise only. Okay, first octet wise, there are start giving this classes division. Okay, so I said 5 classes. What are the classes? A, class B, class C, class D, and class C. Compulsory write class A. Don't say A, B, C, D, and say always class A, class B, class C only. Guys, the people are doing some shortcut languages. People always try for everything is a shortcut language only. Okay, why we can well struggle to speak this much lengthy word? Why we cannot put like this? It's not always right. Sometimes it is okay because some names, some things are different. Okay. So class A range is 0 to 127. In certain textbooks, it mentioned 1 to 126. In some places, 0 to 127. Some places, 1 to 127, like this. Okay. There is a reason already I told. So again, we can see. But we have to continue. The original range is 0 to 127. 191, 128 to 191, class B. 192 to 223, class C. 224 to 239, class D. 240 to 255, class C. In this one, we cannot use this one because it is R&D. We cannot assign to any adapter this class C IP address. Even class D also we cannot assign to anyone because it is multicasting address. Multicasting, it means, guys, unicast means one-to-one communication. Means I have to write an address like this is a two address B. So this is A and B. From A, it is from A to B. Just I am telling exactly what is my destination, a specific single destination. Multicast means I'm sending a message to some address. Some address is there. This address can be belongs to a multiple devices. Address can be belongs to multiple devices based on their protocols. Okay, so we are using this multicasting in certain services like a WDS services. Okay, RIP version 2, EIGRP, OSPF. Okay, this type of routing protocols, Windows deployment protocols we are using. Simply say WhatsApp group messaging. WhatsApp group messaging. In WhatsApp, you have a group, right? So batch number 23. I post a message to batch number 23. It is reached to everyone in this group, right? So that is called a multicast. What is meant by broadcasting? Broadcasting means sent to everyone, irrespective of what protocol, what IP address, what device it is. Broadcast to everyone. Of course, there is some kind of points also there. This is broadcast. You guys understand unicast and broadcast?
Yes,
Next.
sir.
So class A, class B, class C, these are our unicast addresses. It means which we can able to use to assign to a devices when we are communicating from one to one device. We have to use class A and class B, class C kind of IP address. And of course, as I said, like 0 to 127, it is original size, but in some textbooks, some places they are giving in different options. Of course, there is a reason why, because of this 0.0.0 is a reserved IP address which we cannot assign to any device. Okay, this particular IP we can't assign to any device. Not only this one 0 dot something dot something, also we can't assign to anyone. When you have a device and you want to assign an IP address, you can't assign. So why? Because of it reserved for a certain services like a default routing, DHCP client side services. Okay, yellow all, block all, kind of indications. Okay, so you want to allow all traffics. Then I said 0.0.0.0.0/0 means allow all IP addresses. And I said this is allow means allow all kind of IP address traffic. Okay, deny means block all traffics. To indicate that one also we are using. So in a certain services we are using this default routing. Default routing means, so I don't know the destination IP address means next which way have to go. I don't know, but I know only there is a way. This is the common way. Okay. So there is a gate. You want to go enter. So I said this is a default. This is gate, not default gateway. I'm saying it is. You don't have any, like you came from you come out from your home. This is your roadblock. You are in a corner house. You can't go this side, right? Compulsory you have to go this. Okay, compulsory. There is no other path, so only this path. Like that. So to tell that kind of stuff in networking, we have to mention in the router specifications, default routing kind of stuff. We use this one. Unknown IP address kind of stuff. Next, we cannot use this 127.0.0.1. This is loopback. And localhost. What is meant by localhost? Localhost is a default computer name. I have a computer and I put a computer name is A. I have another computer, the computer name is B. Another computer name is C. But all computers having a same name. Okay, but inside, for inside itself, like my name is Latif. Myself means me. Latif means me only. Latif is my name to communicate outside, but to me it is myself, right? It's like a myself type. So it has a local host. Itself, it is a local host. Itself, it is a local host. Itself, it is a local host. Okay, and IP address is 127.0.0.1 means AI PCA having an IP address, PCB having an IP address, PCCB having an IP address. For example, this is 10.0.0.10. This is 10.0.0.0.11, 10.0.0.12. But every PC, their local host address is 0.0.1, 127.0.0.1, 127.0.0.1. See, all are having same IP address. This IP address or this name not to communicate outside for internal communication and testing. You ping to 127.0.0.1 means you're testing your PC whether TCP IP services are running or not, whether your drivers are working or not. Okay, so you want to test from A to B, make sure that A to B communication is good. So what you do from A, you'll put a ping BPC IP address. But here we are giving 127.0.0.1 means A is trying to test itself to make sure that the self communication, self networking functions are there or not. Okay, networking related issues are there or not. That is this local host address. Okay, simply to say, like I have a D machine. This D is a kind of server I installed, like a Oracle application I installed. For example, a 12C installed. Okay, it is my database server. So database server installed here. This is also having an IP address 0.0.0.30. So this is a D server. So means this is a D machine. In this one, I have a server application and a client application is also there. SQL plus or SQL developer application is there. So it's a client application is also there. I want to connect from client to server. Okay, I want to connect from client to server. How to connect? I use simply 127.0.0.1 or I use a name called localhost or I use a name localhost or this one. Meaning is my server is here and my client is also here. For example, from A, I want to connect it to this server. So this is my client application. In client application, I have to use this IP only. I cannot use this one. Why? Application is not in A, application is in B, D. So I have to connect it to D with the D's IP address only from A. If it is a self-access, same system access 127.0.0.1 or a local host name. If it is from other devices, compulsory our device IP address only. Let's understand somewhat what is the use of 127.0.0.1.
Yes, sir.
Not only this, also we are entire 120 series, 127 series, we are not assigning to anyone. Okay. Of course, 169 series also ourselves we don't assign. We can assign, but we don't assign because it's a API automatic private IP address. This address automatically will get to our adapter if in case you are unable to get IP address from DHCP server. So which classes we require? Class A, Class B, Class C to assign an IP address to the network. And that too, this range we require to assign. So we cannot use 0 series, we cannot see 127 series. 1 to 126, 128 to 191, 192 to 223. Of course, this is also we have to, we don't assign to any adapter. Okay, so next one is based on these ranges, first of all, identify what class of these IP addresses based on their first octet. Okay. So today 19. Okay, guys, look at here. I have some IP addresses. These IP addresses I'm trying to know. So which class of IP address it is? This is 16. See it is. See the IP address. I want to know this IP address, which class. What you have to see? See the first octet only. See the first octet and compare with the range. Compare with the range. So it is a class A. It is a class A. And which class it is, guys? It is 167.8.234.251. Which class of it? Yes, which class? 167. Look at the first octet. 161 in between. Class B. Try this one. Class A or class B or class C. 223 dot 78 dot 77 dot 168. Which class IP address it is? Where this class 123. So in between 0 to 127. This
Class B, sir. 168.
tell me about this one. 189 dot 145 dot 16 dot 98. See the first octet, guys. It is underlined. I underlined that one. See the first octet and check with this range. Which class it is? What is my underlining one? 189.
Class B, sir. 189.
Very good. Class B. 201 dot 127 dot
Class C, sir. Class C, sir.
class C. Very good. 226 dot 126 dot 67
Class
dot
Class D, sir. I think
0
223 means like Class D.
226 class D. Okay. Like that. First, see the first octet and check with this range table. And you can identify which class of it. Okay. So you can try to find any different classes, IP addresses. And if you see any IP address, simply you can able to identify. Guys, look at here. You have an IP address. Mainly what we use IP address is class A, class B, class C. We are using IP addresses are class A, class B, class C. So we are talking about it. So I'm removing these ranges. Okay. This is a ranges part. Okay. So again, we'll remove this part. This is a better part. We'll see. There's some parts. Okay. Yes, we are using a class A, class B, class C. Why? Because unicast. When you write an IP address, when you write an IP address, for example, you write a 123.4.3.4. So this is an IP address from class A. Okay, this IP address is divided into network and host first. What is this network and host versions? Every IP address means what are the IP address we are using, that unicast addresses, that is divided into host version and network version. Okay. What is this mean by host version and network version? You have your roll numbers, right? So I didn't mention any roll number here, but think like and have a names and roll numbers are there. Okay. So I started a roll number from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like this. I have another batch in morning. Again, I have a roll numbers for that one. Right? How can I differentiate which batch belongs to which batch? For example, this is batch number 23. This is batch number 22. How to differentiate between these batch number wise, which roll number is what, which roll number is what. So I put a number like this, 23, 23, 22, 22. So I'm writing a letter. So someone asked a report about a part of people. I given a roll number like this. So meaning is all these three numbers same batch or not? All three members are same batch. You can identify all are a same batch. Okay. For example, I write like this. Means this is not in the same batch. Is a different batch first. Okay. So this is same batch people. These three are same batch people. Is not in the 23 batch. So different batch. Understand, guys? Same batch or not? Okay. For example, we are dealing with the Hyderabad batches and Noida batches also. So I given a batch numbers. I given no batch numbers, but batch number is not indicated. Understand which is the person is belongs to Noida or Hyderabad. Again, I'm adding this. This is Noida, 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 Noida. And this is Hyderabad. Hyderabad, I've written like this. I allocated numbers like this. Both are batch number 22. Okay. But where it is differs in this part. So this indicates where is the separation. This indicates which batch is a personal identity. So every PC in the network, there are belongs to same network, means their network ID must be same, means the network part is same. These two are in a same Noida batches. This is not a Noida batch. These two are not in the same network, means it's not a same batch. Okay, same location, Noida, not same batches. Okay, so 23, 22. not a same person. It is 6, it is 7. It is 6, it is 6, but not a same batches. It is 5, it is 5, not a same batches because of their location is also different. So like that, guys, we are understand the separations, same network or not a same network. Okay, and their host portions can be different. Okay, so each one is identity 1, 2, 3 identity. Same way roll number identity, like everybody having their own identity, but there are in the same network means network portion must be same. Okay, so IP addresses are two parts, network and host portions. Devices are in the same network. Logically means their network portion is same. If their network portion is same, means there are belongs to same network. Device in the network wants to communicate, the network portion must be same. So you have your own LAN network. You have in your LAN, you have a devices, and in the LAN, within your LAN, you want to make a communication between them. Their network portion must be same. The network portion defines which network it is, logical network it is. Okay, the devices in the network wants to communicate, network portion must be same. The devices having same network ID can communicate each other. Devices having same network ID can communicate each other. At least one host portion must be different. Not required to be different, all host portions. Okay, all host portions not required to be different and it should not be same. For example, his roll number is 2, his roll number is 3, his roll number is also 2, then what happened? Conflict will occur. So you are in an organization, so obviously your roll numbers are different, right? So automatically your ID number is different. But that ID number is some are in a common point, some are not in a common. Okay, so why? Because that what is not common thing is your identification. At least one host portion must be different. Not all host portions are not required to be different. One host portion also required at least either. Okay, by default, network and host portions are like this. If you take a class A, class B, class C, the class A, the first portion is network portion, remaining a host portion only. It means you have a 2 devices or 10 devices. So they are in the same logical network, means their first portion must be same. Remaining can be different. At least one difference is enough. At least one host portion is also different. Class B, first 2 portions are network portion, remaining are host portions. Class C, first 3 portions are network portion, last one is host portion. Guys, here it is some examples we are given. Okay. Okay. Look at these IP addresses. Look at these IP addresses. First, which class of IP address it is? 127. Which class? It is a class B. So how to identify which class of it? Check the first portion of IP address. So then you will know what is the class of IP address. And make sure no octet is more than 255. So obviously it is valid IP address. It is class B IP address. In a class B, what are the network portions? First two are a network portion. As I said, the network portion must be same to make a communication between the devices in the same LAN network. So here it is 172.16, 172.16, both are same. Now the remaining are host portion. This is host portion. Okay, this at least one difference is there. That is good. Like this is 19, this is 20. Okay. Now this is, you can see PCB. What are the first two network portions? 127.16. And this portion is different, and this portion also different. No problem. Host portion, at least one means either all host portions or at least one host portion is different. That is good. So PC1, PC2, PC3 is confirmed that they will communicate each other. Now coming to the PC4, see, there is a network portion. Compared to this network portion to this network portion, this is different from PC1, PC2, PC3. So this particular part is different. First part is same, but second network portion is different. So PC1, PC2, PC3, same network portion as a 127.16. So they will communicate each other. But in a PC4, the network portion is 127.17, means there is a change in the network portion. So PC4 cannot communicate with the PC1, PC2, PC3. Guys, understand this part?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when you see an IP address, what to do first? Identify which class of it. PC1, PC2, PC3 are all belongs to class A. Class A network portion and host portion. Okay, first one is network portion, remaining are host portions. So compulsory first portion must be same. The remaining are host may be same or different. Must not be identical. It means it means 1 sorry, okay. Class A. It is also good because host portion, at least one difference is there. So no problem. All are different. Also no problem. All these three pieces communicate each other. What will happen? Same IP, same network portion, same host portion. Can I understand? Same network portion, good. Same network portion, it is good. But same host portion means conflict. Conflict. Okay. So host portion not as it is, it should not be there. So it can be there like difference, no problem. This is good. This is good, but this is not good. So you have to change it to something like this. Okay, some change. Host portion, that must be little different. Whether it is one change or different things. Guys, PC1, PC2 having same network portion and there is a difference in host portion. But PC3, the network portion is different. Even though all three are in the same class, but their network portion is different. So obviously PC1, PC2 can communicate each other, but PC3 cannot communicate with the PC1 and PC2. So two devices must be communicate each other. their network portion must be same or network ID must be same. Okay, so which class of this one, guys? 181. Look at 181. Which class it is? 181. Class
B.
B. So in a class B, first two are network portion, remaining is host portion. Means compulsory. The first two portions must be same to make a communication. So PC1, PC2, same network portion, and of course PC3 also same network portion. But you go to this PC4, okay, PC4, in a second update, there is a difference. Okay, the network portion is not same. That this 23 is not came, it is 24 came here. And a PC5 also not a same network ID. There is a difference. See, it's 181. This is 182. Even though this is 23, but this is 182. So PC1, PC2, PC3 can communicate each other. PC4 and PC5 cannot communicate with the one PC1, PC2, PC3. It same goes for this one also, guys. These are okay. This is class C IP address. 200 class C IP address. First three are a network portion. So I'm having 5 devices. So I'm checking all these 5 devices able to communicate each other or not. Okay. So network portion is 3. First 3 portions are network portion. For PC1 and PC2, the network portion is same. Host portion is different. And for a PC3, also network portion is same. But in a PC4, so the network portion must be 200, 120, sorry, 200, 102, 110. But here it is, there is a 2 changes. In 2 places, or at least one place, at least one network portion or all network portions, or multiple network portions, any place there is a difference, they won't communicate each other. So this is different. This is one type. Okay, this one is also cannot communicate. This is also dangerous. Okay. Either multiple places or same place, one place or multiple places. Network is different number means it's a different network. So PC1, PC2 can communicate. PC3, PC4, PC5 are not able to communicate to PC1 and PC2 and other ones. Get a doubt, guys. For example, I have a 192, 168. Okay, there is a machine. Okay, in that machine, I am entering an IP address 192.168.16.40. This is I have to insert into a device. Now, what I have done by mistake, I put a 190, 168, 16, 7, 14. I inserted. Instead of this, I put this. So it is not working because network is 192 network. So I changed it. So then this is a network part because it's a class C, but I given this network. So the device is not communicating to anyone. So what I have to do? By mistake, I entered wrong IP address. Manually, I entered a IP address wrongly. Instead of 192, I put 190. Now it is not communicating to anyone. So what can I able to do it? Simple thing. Very simply think. You know the answer. Tell me, guys. Hmm? So here it is some name. I written a name. By mistake wrongly. You identify the mistake. And what I have to do it. I done a mistake. Where I have done mistake here?
W.
W. Then what I have to do? I done a mistake. Then what I have to do? What you have to do otherwise? What I have done? Uh, guys, what happened? Thinking, sleeping. I've written W instead of V. Then what I have done afterwards? Guys, you are not getting any score or scolding from this thing. It's not academy. In an academy, people you answer no answer, they will remove your lab marks. So there is no lab marks here. Okay, so don't worry.
Created the RAM later and modified with right.
Yeah, that's an answer, right? So I modified, I removed W, I put a V. Then what is an answer for this one? I have to suppose I have to put 192, but I put a 190. So what I have to do? Manually given, right? What I have to do? Remove this one, put 192. Just modify, guys. It's not even a not small brain. People are not working. If not one people, two people, it's a 10 members, 15 members are there in the batch. Okay, it's not about subject, guys. Not only subject. Also start. People are stop questioning, stop answering. That is the problem. I don't know where you are learned, either it in your academies. That won't work here, guys. Even I went to college. I went to 10th intermediate diploma engineering. Even 3 months for a degree joining also there. Okay, in my time it is maybe little okay. I've seen people in academies, some academics people do like this. If you say something, it is wrong. Even it is a wrong, say guys, no problem. Then only your mind is active to accept something. Eh? That's the thing. Okay, it's not a nonsense subject also. Learning is a process, guys. You should know how to learn. Reading is not learning, or doing something is not learning. So learning is all about the questioning. So what it is, how it is, what to do like this, how to do like this. If you do yourself, at least you will learn. Okay, and it is these things, and in many ways you will get it. These kind of things, issues, problems, resolve, how to do it. All we will get it. When I want to type all these things, but even that is also people, sir, this will come in interview or not. When is my percentage? These questions, that's why we are also not showing much interest to teach. Okay, again, same only. So we are using class A, class B, class C, and their ranges 0 to 127, 128 to 191, 192 to 223. The class A network portion is first portion is network, remaining host portions. Class B, first two are network portion, remaining is host portion. Class C, first three portions are network portions, remaining is host portions. Okay, so what is the use of this division of classes? Division of classes and network and host portions. Division of classes, network and host portions. So we are getting 4.3 billion, around 4.3 billion. Out of that one, we are taking like this 1.4, maybe next year 1.5 crores of people means. So not 1.4 crores, 1.4 billions of people are there in India. So totally both China and India. So we are around 3 billions nearby. Think like this, each person having a device with an IP address. Think like this, in this world, only India and China will take all the IP addresses. Okay, America few connections, Australia few connections. Okay, UK, Europe countries will use some. They have to use half of device. Not enough for remaining countries, right? I have a laptop, mobile phone, and I have a tablet. Not now here, but at least to list. I have devices, right? In my home, I have a laptop, mobile phone, tablet, and there is a computer. And my sister having a one laptop, two mobile phones. My nephew having a laptop, and there is a mobile phone and tablet. So in one person or one family having a multiple devices. Think like this. In how many IP address we required. Next, of course, that is a concept of private and public concept is also there. Think like this, guys. An organization required to communicate outside. So organization having a servers, totally there are having a 50 servers are there. These 50 servers has to be accessed through internet. Through internet, these 50 servers has to be accessed. Okay, so they need a 50 IP addresses, minimum 50 IP addresses required. So they are taking 50. Another organization is required another 50, 100 like this. So there is no regularity of what IP, fixed IP, network IP is not there. Okay, so depends upon demand, supply, and mainly divide a network into logical addressing. So we are divide IP address into classes. Mainly, we want to divide a network into logical spaces. Okay, so separate network. I'm in the same network, you are also in the same net means direct communication. So I want to divide a network into separate logical networks. That's why I separated the total IP addresses into classes. And each class again having different set of network and host portions. Why it is network and host portions? Look at here. The class C network portion is 3 network portions. It means you take a class C IP address, for example, 192.168.1.0. This is the first, sorry, not a first name. This is a starting. Okay. And I'm keep writing. 1, 2, 254, 255 is the last one. What is the last one? Meaning is this network is last here. This is the network. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 254. Yeah, tell me. What happened? What is the after this number, guys? What is the next number? 192, 168, 2.0. Okay. So what is the problem here, guys? As I said, network portion is this, and this is the network portion. Network is changed. So after certain place, once you reach the last, network is changed. So this is your network. This is another network. This is another network. The first one we call it as a network ID. So it represents what network you are belongs to. And this one, you can see the after 0, you are getting 1. This is called a first valid host ID. First valid host ID. What is first valid host ID? You can assign this IP address. Okay, assign this IP address to a device. Okay, this one you can assign, next one you can assign, this one you can able to assign. So this one is last valid host ID. Means up to here you can assign. Okay, but last one we can't assign because it is representing a broadcast ID. So the first one and the last one, we can't use it. In between we can use it. But if you count, it will start with a 1. Finish with a 254. 1 to 254 means 254 devices we can get an IP address in a single network. See, network is started here, network is ended here. In this single network, you can connect 254 devices. So I have a 50 devices. So I can that part I will tell again. So don't worry. Okay. In a class C, take a class C, I can connect number of host per network is 254. I can connect 254 devices in a single network. So how it is should be calculated. I showed how to write, then I told, but how to calculate? Take number of host portions. It is a single host portion. One host portion, one octet. One octet means 8 bits. 2 to the power of 8 minus 2. Why minus 2? Network ID and broadcast ID has to be removed from it. So 256 minus 2, 254. Okay. So same way for class B, one single class B network. So what is the host portion? First two are network portion, remaining two are a host portions. Two host portions means two octets. Two octets means 8, right? So it is a 16. 2 to the power of 16 minus 2, 65,536 minus 2, it is 65,534. Number of hosts we can assign. Means you have a you can in a one single network, in a one single class B network, you can connect 65,534 devices in single logical network in a class B. Okay, class A, first portion is network, remaining are hosts, 3 host portions, 3 into 8, 2 to the power of 24 minus 2, 60 billion, sorry, it's a 16 million, 777,216 minus 2. So it is 16,777,214. Number of hosts per network. Simply say you take a class A network. In one single class A network, you can connect 16 million devices. Okay. So here also class B, you can see class B, this is 127.16.0.0. It is a network ID. This is the first valid IP, means from here you can assign to your devices. Second one, third one, fourth one. This is the last one. And this is the finally. Once you completed, you'll go to the new network. Okay, it is a broadcast ID. From here means from this one to this one. So you can one by one, you can assign to the host. So totally 65,535 devices we are getting. The question is, what is the use of that one? Again, guys, in my organization, there is a 50 devices and I want to implement IP solution. So I want to implement a IP network. Which class you suggest? I have 50 devices only. I don't want to waste more IP addresses. So I want to implement a IP addresses for 50 devices. Which class of IP address you suggest? So from class C, you are getting 254. From class B, you are getting 65,000. From class A, you are getting 65,000. Yes? Tell me, any suggestion, guys, please speak out. Devashikan. No problem. I will say class C. Why class C? Because 254 means out of 254 use 50 devices, 50 IP address or 2204 IP address unused. But you take a class B, it is 565,534. It means around 65,000, more than 65,000 IP addresses become unused. And it is that much, it is not required. For example, I have 100 devices. My network size is increased. 100 devices. Which class?
Class A, sir.
Class C. Again, 100. It is less than 254. 200 devices.
C, sir.
Class C. Very good. Now it is 300 devices.
B.
So it's greater than 254.
Very good. So it is more than 254. So you cannot go from here. So you have to go to this one only. So compulsory B, even it is a more number of IP address we cannot use, but no choice. Compulsory have to go for B. 500 devices. B only.
B, sir.
5,000 devices. B only.
B.
If it is more than 65,535 devices, then you will go to A. Okay, good. So guys, this is the way actually we have to learn now. Normally, even myself, I started like this is the device, this is used, this is the
నువ్వు
device,
ఒక
and
పనికి మాలినాన్ని ప్రేమించావు నేను ఒక పనికి మాలిన దాన్ని ప్రేమించాను
Kumar, you forget to mute yourself. You are muted and you start scolding. Okay. So compulsory. So verification is important. Exercise is important to learn the networking part, guys. Okay? That's why I'm forcing you to tell something. Okay. How system can divide network and host portion? Yes, we can understand this is a network portion, this is a host portion. By default, given network and host portion kind of stuff. Okay. It can be vary. I said default means it can be vary. Okay. how system can able to divide network and host portion, how it is how system can find a network ID. Means you have a devices, want to communicate each other. You have a devices, I want to make it communicate each other. So there must have an IP address and their network portion must be same. Means their network ID must be same. If the network ID is same, then they will communicate each other. If there are network IDs same, then they will communicate each other. If it is not same, they won't communicate each other. Okay. So how system can do it that one? It uses subnet mask. System use subnet mask to divide a IP address into network and host portions. Using this subnet mask, system can understand what is the network portion and what is the host portion. And it tells what is the network ID of an IP address. It tells what is the network ID of this particular IP address. Okay. So this subnet mask, the system use with a subnet mask, it use a NAND gateway. It is a logical gate operation kind of stuff. Maybe you are hearing NAND. Sir, I'm not from CSC. I don't know NAND. I'm from a triple E. I don't know NAND kind of stuff. Don't worry, guys. It's 10th class maths. Not NAND. It is end gateway. Okay, OR gate, AND gate, NOT gate, NOR gate, NAND gate, XOR gate, XNOR gate. These are the logical gates which we are actually our systems working calculations, all these things done by this gate parts only. Okay. You know the truth tables in a 10th class itself, we have a truth tables. So it's not a new point. Okay. But what is this NAND? Whatever it is you learn, you forget, you remember, I don't know. So we'll tell what is a NAND. You take two inputs, and there is an output. Output function is like A dot B. Output function is like A dot B. If both inputs are 0, output is 0. One input is 0, another input is 1, but output is 0. One input is 1, another input is 0, output is 0. Both are 1, 1, you will get a 1. Like this is false. Both statements are false, output is false. One statement is false, another statement is true, but still your output is false. One statement is true, another statement is false, still your output is false. Both statements are true, then output is true. This is called a AND gate. Okay. So how it is? You take a data set like 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, sorry, 0, 1, 1, 0. See, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. This is also 0. This is also 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is AND output of these two inputs. Okay. So what it will do? Like this. Okay. So this is a AND gate operation. Again, what is a subnet mask? It segregates or separates your IP address into network and host portion. Also, you can say divide an IP address into network and host portions. So what is this default subnet mask? Simply to remember, guys, based on the default network portion and host portions, Okay, your subnet mask kind of stuff is there. Astro should not be sent like this. I will see that one later. Okay. So where is the network portion? There is a 255. Why it is that 1 represent in the subnet mask is network portion. 0 represent in subnet mask is host portion. Okay, so that's why it is 255.0.0.0 is a default subnet mask of class A. For class B, 255.255.0.0. For class C, 255, 255, 255.0. Okay, by default subnet mask. Default means we can able to change it as per our requirement. Okay, 255 means all are ones, 8 ones, 0 means 8 zeros are there. In a subnet mask, ones represent network bit, zeros represent host bits. That's why it is always comes like this: 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, so 255.0.0 class B subnet mask, and it's never be like this. It never be like this. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say. Okay, guys, this is an IP address. This is subnet mask, and this is the network ID. So by calculating these two things using subnet mask, I got a network ID. Okay, look at this. So that they what I have taken, it is 172, 16, 24, 11.24. No problem, you put 11. It is a class B. Class B subnet mask is like this. You have to convert these numbers into binary. You have to convert this number into binary. 172, the binary is simply, it is, yeah, don't mind about it. Don't worry about it. So this is the binary number of 172, 16, and it is 11, 24. And this is 255, 255, 0, and 0. In which even if I try also, there is a no use. But I'm not doing that one. Okay. 111, 01, 0, 111, 01, 0. mind. Okay, so when you do this AND gateway between these two inputs, this is an output I'm getting. So then I convert it into decimal format again. I got this one. This is the network ID of this particular IP address and with this subnet mask. We can change the subnet mask. If you change the subnet mask, the network address also changes. Okay, so remember that once you change the network ID, this is 172.16.0.0 network. 172.16.22.56. Subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. 172.16.0.0. Since this network ID is same. Network ID is same. Meaning is both are in a same network. Both are in a same network. So system understand this device, same network ID. So they will communicate each other. Just in case, if I change the subnet mask 255, 255, 255.0. It is 172.16.24.0. So it's a different subnet, different network ID now. So both are different networks. This is different network, this is different network. Okay, so guys, if you change the subnet mask, the network also changes. The network portion, host portion changes. That's the point. So that again comes under subnetting. What is a subnetting? Divide a large network into subnetworks. Dividing large network into subnetworks. Where it is? Dividing large network into subnetworks. Dividing large network into subnetworks. Means, so in one single network, what is happening? If you take a class C, means 254 host addresses you are getting. If I divide this network into small networks, then for subnetwork, one each subnetwork, the number of hosts will be reduces. For example, in my organization, I have 50 computers, but you take a class C IP address, still you are getting 254 IP addresses, means 204 IP addresses I'm not using. But I have to pay for 254, but I'm not using 204. So I do subnetting. I divide this network into small parts. For example, 50 hosts. I divide for my host, per host, I will get 62, means out of 64, 62. It's a 64 minus 2. Means compared to I want 50 hosts, I will get 62 host addresses. Okay. So using subnetting. So number of divide large network into small or multiple set networks is called as subnetting. Number of networks increases, so number of hosts per subnet decreases. Means you divide a network into more multiple networks, subnetworks. Per subnet, number of hosts will be reduces. So this is a small example for that one, which is I explained, guys. The last one is here. that's it for now. Okay, so after break, guys, after break, I'm going to explain this thing. So what is a CIDR method? What is private IP address? What is a NAT/PAT communication? Okay. Tomorrow we'll start another fresh topic. So take a break for now. So so when we will be back, come back 4:55 or 5. So one small topic, it's around 40-45 minutes. I will complete. Take a break.